Welcome to Rotobearing. Today we are going to talk about my FliteTest Long EZ. I've done a few test glides of this already, and I think I finally have the battery in the right position so that it balances. That's pretty good. A little nose heavy, and I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to go with a nice gentle toss and see how it lands. Well, not perfect, but it did glide a little bit before it just lost all speed. So I think we're pretty good, even though it did do a little bit of damage there into the underside, but that's okay. It's a paper airplane basically. Here is a close-up of the Long EZ, and one of the unique features about this plane, the flight test version anyway, is there's no rudder on the winglets here. Also, the front canard does not have any control surfaces. So how does this guy maneuver? Uses what they call elevons. So, as you can see on the back, it moves just like an elevator on a real plane, but it also moves just like ailerons, independently of each other. Elevons. Elevons! Get your elevons here! The other feature that I have enabled here is throttle cut, basically. So it's a safety switch that when I move the throttle, unless I have this switch thrown, it won't do anything. It's because you don't want this bad boy hitting you in the face or the finger or anything. So I flip the switch. Let's do that again.
Flight mode 2.
Flight mode 2. So flight mode 2 tells me that I can engage my throttle. Safety first, kids. Safety first, kids. Safety first, kids. I wanted to go ahead and mount the receiver before I fly. The shakiest gun in the West. So my idea was to mount it in the back, sort of out of the way of the hatch. But look at where my index finger is pointing. That's the hole the barbecue skewer goes through, and that to hold the hatch on, that means it's going to go right through the receiver. Not a good plan. I have not realized this yet. Here is the moment when I realized my mistake. Right there. And now let's try to mount it right in the center. And finally I realized that's not going to work either. Yay for that tight bond. There, just ripped it out. Peeling off the glue. And now let's do some wire wrangling here. And what I should have done is watch the end of the flight test video where they show you putting the receiver in this exact spot. And there we go. Tucked in all those wires and everything. Let's see what that does for balance. Okay. Tail heavy. That's okay. Still have plenty of room to slide the battery forward. That looks right on. Now I wonder if there's a way we can mark where the battery is so that we can put it in there consistently each time. Okay, I think I devised an appropriate plan here. The battery plug here is taut at this position, right where the battery is. So if I take a Sharpie and mark that point on the cable, I'll know exactly how far to push the battery in. And of course, I'll mark the red one. As close to the edge there as I can. Problem solved. Alright, here we are, maiden flight of the Long Easy. Got our safety switch on, it is now coming off. We're ready to give this a try. Take two. That's better. There you go. Not a bear. Kind of touchy. I'm sure this wind doesn't help. Good. Here. Bottom. That might not have been the best. Yeah. Keep that nose up. Yeah. You are flying the Long Easy. A Long Easy. Congratulations. We said, all right, back at the car. I think we need to do some adjustments here, because this is moving a lot. And when we were able to shove a piece of paper up in there and make it stable, then we were able to get some good flights. So, like always, unplug the plane. And then turn off my radio. So I am going to attempt to fix this wobble, which I think is what's happening. Is it's moving and when it gets some power, and that is screwing things up. I put a little piece of paper in there to get it to stay down, but that worked temporarily only. Now the paper slid. So this motor mount was designed to slide out, so we're going to do that. See, that's that piece of paper that was stuck in there. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be working. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this in place. That way I don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, I'm just getting an eye for where I need to put some hot glue. Good. Give it a little bit of pressure. You gotta love the smell of hot glue. It's still moving. That should be pretty good when it dries. This motor shouldn't move anywhere. At least that's the plan. Alrighty, I'm going to unplug the hot glue gun. Battery is charging, so we're going to go out and give it a second shot. Or fourth or fifth shot, whatever we're on now. Anyway, it flies. Just, we need to fly better. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of this flight. Alright, so it looks like we broke part of the canard there on that last one.
I bet if we put a stick, move it back, put a stick there.
Yeah. We could probably just hot glue it. And, yeah. Okay.
So what all did you have to do?
I just glued up the canard along where it was torn here.
Yeah.
And added a little bit of glue around the nose where it was getting crumpled.
Right on. We also, does this matter?
That's it. It's gonna have to be fixed, but
I say go for it. Not having to launch it too. Oh wow, look what they got. Did you hear? Ooh.
you just gotta keep throttle on it, I guess.
Go! That's the bottom.
So that crash wasn't epic, but it was a crash nonetheless. We got some damage. Maybe a little bit too much to fix. I might just get another long EZ kit. That'd be easier. Besides, the paint job on this one was a little lacking due to lack of sanding in the first place. But I learned some stuff, and that's it for this long, not so easy long EZ build. So a little post-flight analysis now that we've got several test flights under our belt and the plane is almost destroyed. That's the point, right? Destroy the plane. Yay! I'm a little bummed that it didn't seem to fly better than what it did, and that might come down to me as a pilot a little bit. I by no means claim that I am a great RC pilot. I'm a bank and yanker at best, and I can do a few tricks. I have a sneaking suspicion in my head that maybe the test glides themselves did do a little bit more damage to the airplane as a whole and made it fly a little bit wonkier than it should have, kind of out of the box, if you will. Next time when I build it, I won't need to try that because I know where and how to balance it, where all the components should go, and how it should fly when everything's working correctly. Big issue that I want to address is the wobbly motor mount, and see if when we do it next time that I can't get that a lot more solid. That seemed to be one of the major problems that I was having, which caused damage, and then of course later on in flight, you know, caused it to be heavier because of glue, and you know, things get off kilter a little bit, so it doesn't fly quite as well as it would have without having all those repairs to it. So it seemed kind of difficult to control at lower throttles, meaning especially in a turn, it just kind of wants to fall out like it did right at the end there. And that was at a lower throttle. I was trying to lower it a little bit and slow it down so that I could do some aileron trimming, because I noticed it wanted to roll one way or the other. It wasn't doing that before, so I think that may have been due to some canard damage. I don't think it's underpowered because I have the 3-cell battery in there.
Yeah.
So that's 11 volts, and they actually recommend a 2-cell.
Okay.
So it's definitely not underpowered. They said 2 or 3-cell, I believe.
Yeah.
I wanted to go over some of the damage that we encountered here. As you can see, there is quite a bit of damage to the nose. That's come up again. We have the broken canard. There we go. Broken canard there. It's the same spot I glued it in, so I'd have to re-glue it. We still have issues with this canard being bent. It's a better angle. And we come over here, and remember that flappy paper? I think that's what caused this to break. So we'd have to put glue on this side. Not to mention this side of the wing has a nice big crease in it where it almost folds. We've also got the motor mount broken loose again and kind of free-formed in there. Not to mention the fact that this panel is all torn off. So could it be fixed? Yes. Do I want to go ahead and fix it rather than build a new one? No. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll be back with the Flight Test Long EZ soon-ish, and we'll try this again. Don't ever give up.